Hello, fans of geometric methods. I don't know how long this will take, but I have to show you what I'm doing here. So I have a octagon here on the ground. I put spheres on the corners of the octagons. You can control the radii of the spheres. I like to have opposing spheres have the same diameters. Then I found the intersections of those spheres. And then I played with this, literally just played with it until we had multiple. Let me show you. Let me not show you these for a second. So until we have really interesting patterns that we could establish. But here's the unique thing maybe that I did. I kept the polygon at the middle of the structure, and then I built up segments underneath that polygon and then above that polygon. So let me hide the polygon and hide the circles. Okay, so we have a lot of playfulness here with this form, which looks like a deployable form. I don't know if it is or it isn't. But just moving the polygon itself also um, allows for very rapid reconfiguration. So let's say it's something like this. It doesn't really matter what it is. Then it gets a little nuts. What I did was I put in triangles manually. Yeah, I have nothing else to do. I put in triangles manually. I hid the segments. I hid the nodes. Hid all these. Hid all those. And then I saved it as, something, right? So it's a series of triangles. So let's just say it's save as demo. That's fine. Sure. Okay, then I went out. This is where it gets completely nuts. So then I went to the classic GeoGebra Online, which I think works better for this. Or maybe I haven't updated my regular one. File, open. This one is from the disk, so there's my demo. There it is. And what I want to do now is export this or download it as a collada file, the DAE. Okay, if it works, it shows up there in your download file. So that turned out to be export 11. Okay, then things gets nuts. You need Autodesk FBX to read the DAE file into Rhino. I don't know why Rhino. Rhino, I think, can export a DAE, but it cannot import it. So this is an Autodesk product, this thing here. So I think it was 11, right? And it's going to be an FBX here. So we just convert, and it looks like it worked. Same spot there. All right, then going to Rhino. At this point, oh, my battery is getting low. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. File import. We're gonna import that number 11. Yeah. Yeah, centimeters. Yeah, it's centimeters. Okay, so then it's here. We could render it a little bit. View. Let's go artistic here, and you could see how gorgeous this is. I think that's right. Eh, there's some funky things here, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, eh, then we select all this file, export the selected. We have to export it as a DXF, and we'll call it OctoDX. And then under your options, make sure you're using something like your own scheme, edit scheme. I called it Rhino to SAP. The trick is that the surfaces, this is the only trick here. Export surfaces are as curves, export meshes as 3D faces. That's it. Okay, so we're gonna hit OK, and we're gonna call that that, all right. And then we're almost done. No, we're nowhere near done. Then we go into SAP, and we're going to import the DXF. And even that is not quite what I want, but the reason why I did surfaces only and no frame elements is that I had SAP read the frame elements, the sticks, as shells. If we could figure that out, this next step would be a little bit easier. But I will open this up as soon as Ashraf gives me a thumbs up. Come on, Ashraf. And it's coming up. And then once that's imported, I could run it as the shell elements, but I really want to also run it as a 3D spatial truss. So I need both. And if you're doing this form generation in Grasshopper, I think it's much easier. But let's try it here. So import the DXF. It was called demo, remember? So we're going to import that. Units are always a problem. I forgot to switch my units here. These are kips and feet, so we're going to switch that to kilonewtons and meters right now. Sorry about that. Z is up. I think the only thing I really need is the special joints, which I think are the nodes, and the shells, which are the only thing I did import. There are no frame elements on that, which is perhaps problematic. You get a box here, don't panic, hit 3D, and then you see it. View, show grid, view, show axes. Now the problem with this is, I mean, it looks great, but it's actually not great yet. This is an element. You could see it's an area element, but you know, it all works, right? Just let's get the nodes back on here. So let's just run that really quick. So I'll just pin the bottom. Pin the bottom here. I think those are the bottoms. Yeah. Oops, not these. Oops. Okay, assign, joint. We're just going to make everything pin. We're trying to keep everything statically determinate here, which is great if we could do this. Okay, that looks good. Let's just run it. Turn off the modal for now. Octasap demo. And it should be stable, and it should be very, very small deflections if everything's working. Let's see. Yeah, very, very small deflections. These are meters, 0.005 meters. Over a fairly large footprint. Remember, this was from that original Octagon. Okay, well, that was a long video, but I think you get a sense of the workflow. What you might want to do, which is what I did do, is I actually added in frame elements and then removed the shells. So I did both, just the sticks with no shells and the shells with no sticks. All right, that's it. Thank you.